So, how do we increase sales by keeping your customer engaged with a mobile app? Here comes that KFC case study that I promised you. So I want to introduce you to Mary. Now, we all talk about millennials rather abstractly. I want to make Mary really tangible to you. Mary loves to eat out. Like 96% of all millennials, she goes to QSRs. Mary is representative of a cohort that is your largest demographic. And it's a very different mindset than any other customer who came before. Because she's a millennial, she's a digital native, which means that she's used to being on Facebook, Instagram for food, Uber for transportation, and Candy Crush for mobile gaming. They're very reward-oriented. They very much value their opinion of their peers. They're highly visual, and the screens that we have today are better in terms of resolution and providing appetite appeal than at any time in history, and they're only becoming more good, if that's a phrase. So that gives you a little bit of an insight. In the case of Mary here, we say she prefers Burger King and she visits KFC occasionally. So the task of Alex, our regional KFC marketing manager in Europe, is to get Mary to be a loyalist, and maybe even more than a loyalist, maybe someone who will represent the brand to her friends. Alex really has just one goal put down by his boss, and that the only metric that his boss really cares about is increasing sales and profits. And Alex has a whole range of tools available to him, but he can't measure the effectiveness of his current marketing campaigns. They're currently mass media, and they can't be measured against sales. And he can't effectively market at different locations. We ended up working with Alex currently on 11 different locations in Europe across 5 different cities. I'll tell you the tale of just one location. He really doesn't have a complete profile of his customers. Of course, the great advantage of the app is you're going to get registration data, possibly from Facebook or however it's provided, and you'll know a lot about your customers really quickly. So Alex launched a mobile marketing solution for his KFC branch. And when we talk about mobile apps, most of you think just about sort of the tip of the iceberg, which is what Mary sees. We provide a white label mobile app that has very rich visuals for high campaign redemption and has all the functionality that Mary would look for, including digital ordering and gift cards. The key piece, though, is it has a POS system integrated into it from the loyalty aspect. So you immediately can see what percentage of your sales are coming through a loyalty program. On the back end, the part that you may not be so familiar with, is a CRM system, a customer relationship management system, that provides very actionable customer analytics. It immediately provides you the ability to identify segments to market to. If you want to see who hasn't been in a month, if you want to see who moms are with kids, it's all there. And that allows you to do those kinds of personal campaigns that I'll take you through in a very quick customer journey as we track Mary. The other piece that the CRM system provides is very smart ROI analysis. So you can build in your costs right into the system, you can see the revenue that's coming in against it, and in real time you have a real understanding of how the business is performing, and if you want to, you could be managing the business in real time based on the behavior you're seeing in-app. So the story begins. Mary installs the KFC app. Now, why did Mary install this app? Well, the average person is involved in about 22 loyalty programs, I'm told from the last panel. And Mary saw that tent card that we put up there that said download a free app, and it's got a picture of a delicious KFC bacon and cheeseburger sandwich, and that's going to be the free reward for download of the app. So it's an easy install, it's got a welcome gift, and she's been conditioned to being rewarded for frequent visits. But again, that could be one and done if Alex doesn't do his job well. Alex is happy with the app results that he's seeing in terms of downloads. He had 3,500 validated customer accounts just out of the one location in 3 months, and he had greater than 30% of customers engaged by the loyalty program after 1 month. So a nice start to the program. Now, we have a customer success team who work with Alex and other managers to ensure that they're applying our best practices. And what we know for sure is that we don't want this to be a one-and-done relationship. So Alex chose to send a bounce-back coupon to Mary immediately, saying, thanks for visiting, come back soon and receive a free twister. In this case, Alex indeed knew that 80% of his customers didn't return for a long time after their first visit, so he knew he really needed to stimulate that sector. And his solution was exactly that bounce-back coupon, which, by the way, wouldn't be good for at least a day before it was issued. So you're going to provide a little bit of a time period cushion to get Mary back to KFC. So Mary receives the bounce-back coupon, and the app results are really good. Greater than 35% of the consumers who were given the bounce-back coupon came back. What this means is that Mary is now really involved with the mobile loyalty program. And the mobile loyalty program, these screens are representative. We use QSR codes, which are very easy to scan, and we use a reward structure that puts some very appetizing rewards right in front of the consumer. So it's not just about accumulate points for a discount. It's about getting a great-looking ice cream sundae or a whole variety of different rewards, which are personalized for Mary based on the profile of purchases that we see. And the app results for Alex are excellent. These are real numbers. We got 37% user penetration after roughly 2 months, which is very high. And user penetration there is a number that's calculated as a percentage of all transactions flowing through the POS. So I just walked out of another panel, and another brand that you probably all know was talking about 17% of transactions. So we very clearly see how a good engagement strategy can lead to very good penetration sustained. Other tactics that Alex used are targeting by a geofencing campaign, a pretty painless thing to do now that can be put on at the flip of a button. In this case, this KFC is on the 4th floor of a mall, and Alex chose to do this during the off-season and also kind of off hours in order to just bring in additional traffic. In this case, campaign conversion was 22%. So this really gives Alex control of his business, and he can pretty much use it and react to business conditions with a on-the-spot promotion. So, as happens from time to time, Mary and her friends have a negative experience at KFC. Alex has some experience with negatives, and he knows that one negative review on Yelp can cost him up to 30 lost customers. The way we construct the app, we have frequent requests for opinions. So in this case, we have a leave a feedback screen where you rate your experience. And the idea here is to continuously monitor the quality control of what's going on in each location. In this case, Mary only gave it a 1-star rating. And the great advantage here is that this didn't make it onto Yelp. And you have a loyal customer who's involved with your brand, who increasingly is not visiting Burger King and visiting KFC more and more. And what's happening is she's registered a complaint. And for Alex, that's a chance to use the CRM system, which immediately alerts him to a negative review, and a chance to message Mary on a personal basis, saying apologies for the inconvenience. We hope this complimentary crispy tenders will satisfy you. So Alex is successfully resolving a complaint. He's taking a disappointed customer who is a loyal guest, ensuring that that person stays a loyal guest, and not only that, but it's shown over time that if you satisfy a complaint from a loyal customer, they're all about becoming advocates for the brand. And we'll talk about how that works very beneficially for the brand in just a second. So Mary hasn't visited KFC for 30 days. What do you think Alex does for Mary in this case? Any thoughts? You got it. It's a bounce back coupon. Now, Alex's mindset was not in a win back campaign. It was much more around, he's got a Facebook page. He's thinking of as he always does, running a campaign to give away some free stuff to get traffic in. And now he's got this CRM system which identifies customers who haven't been in the store in a month. And he's actually able to message Mary and say, "We miss you. Come back and get," in this case, a free Sanders sandwich with a bow on it. Again, a full screen image of the sandwich, which has enormous appetite appeal. So that kind of win-back campaign with smart targeting cuts down on the overall number of offers, and again, creates engagement that really leads to the ongoing 37% that you can expect from your business as it builds. So Mary does come back after receiving the personal offer, and the results are that 14% of customers come back who do get that notification. Other things that are at Alex's disposal, that actually required Alex to go into the CRM system, look at the segment of customers who hadn't been back in a month. There are a lot of automated functions in our CRM system that you simply flip the on switch and lead to greater sales. One of them is the automated marketing campaign for birthday greetings. There's no doubt when you see a message in your inbox that has an emotional appeal for, happy birthday, come on in and celebrate, bring your friends, get chicken wings on the house. We find with all our customers that immediately leads to a higher check. There's no way if you respond to that you're coming in on your own. You're always bringing some friends with you to celebrate. So in this case, the campaign conversion was 38%, and we found that the average check was twice the size of the normal check. So Mary's a loyal KFC customer at this point, and she's been turned around with her complaint, and now she's ready to recommend the app to her friends. Very common. Most people think of apps as being the chief complaint is, I'm just rewarding my current customers. In fact, it's your most powerful new user acquisition channel because particularly with millennials, they really care about what their peers are recommending. So Mary is given a code and she can tell her friends on Facebook, download the KFC app and get a reward. And Alex's new customer acquisition program is taken care of, in fact, in spades, because 22% of all users post recommendations. In the case of KFC, they got 3 installs from every recommendation, and there was one new guest from every recommendation. And at the end of 3 months after launch, a little more than 3 months, 32% of revenue was coming from new customers who came in through those sorts of social recommendations. So a very powerful and not very well-mined channel that you can take advantage of in app. So Mary was invited to participate in an in-app survey. One of the metrics that we won't go over is Net Promoter Score. I'll just touch on it here. In the in-app survey, Mary was asked, would you recommend KFC to your friends? She clearly does. The fact that she's already done that is very helpful. It gives 10 points and asks to participate quickly. Alex received 5,000 responses when he ran this survey in 2 days. Mary is happy and the results show it. A Net Promoter Score, which is calculated as the percent who say they are promoters who would recommend versus the percent detractors, was very high. And the even more telling statistic is they were asked, do you visit KFC more often after installing the app? 67% said they visit KFC more often. Only 9% said they don't know, and 24% said they didn't start to visit more often. So you can see directly from the survey data, in addition to the cash register, POS data, that you're doing very well through the use of an app. I'll just end it by saying Alex is very happy because his sales are growing. And that's the bottom line. We see 14% growth after 2 months, as high as 23% growth after 4 months, and it's been a continuous pattern. So Alex is happy with his revenue growing steadily. He's got actionable analytics that give him control of his business. He can very easily launch and track campaigns through the system. And the brand is enjoying enormous organic social buzz, and he can track service quality over numerous locations. Mary's happy. She's receiving very relevant and personalized communication. She's getting offers that she can share with her friends. She can leave feedback and know that she's going to be heard, and she's recognized and rewarded for her loyalty. But again, the loyalty piece, the reward piece, is only a one piece of an engagement strategy that keeps her coming back.